Well, YouTube, sorry about the wind today. Minnesota, southwest Minnesota, it blows all the time. Anyway, on 4th of July, I spent some time uh, working on my sides. They become ramps when you take them off. And here, I'll show you the other side here. This side has the spare tire connection. I need to get a spare tire for it. If anything else, I'll take one off my other trailer and use. But I have some more cleaning up to do. I want to cut these off. The bolts ran a little long. These are definitely a little long. Actually, these haven't been tightened up on this side yet, but these two, I should say, right here. So what the plan is, take the ramps off the side, and they've really loosened up over the last couple days. The treated lumber, once you get it out in the sun, will start to shrink up a little bit, and if I need to, I'll probably take a rasp or something and file those down a little bit so they fit in a little bit easier. Anyway, I'm thinking about putting a couple of handles on here too, so they're maybe a little easier to grab and take off. What I'm thinking about doing is, for securing this, is taking a 1/8 inch by about 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches or so angle iron, and then weld it right to here, and then so the angle iron runs all the way up and down here, the butt part of it, and then the tail end will go here, and then the other part will protrude out from here. And the reason I would do that is right in this area right here is about where it comes to it when it sets down on the side of the trailer. Actually, the metal reaches to about right here, and right on this point right here is where the frame rail runs, right at this point right here, and that angle iron would go down inside of this gap right here and fit. I was thinking about actually trying to make some kind of maybe a bolt or something that would drop down through there, but I thought the angle iron would work much better because there's nothing restricting its movement right here for at least 1.5 inches. So therefore, I might just get 1.25 inch angle iron and weld onto that part, like I explained right here. So yeah, it turned out pretty well. How did I get the bend in here? Well, kind of, I was sitting there looking at my trailer and thought, how could I bend this thing without having to heat it and all kinds of different things? And it's fairly bendable, easy to bend. Well, not really easy to bend. I had to put quite a bit of force on it, but if you look at here, I got 8 feet of leverage, so it really didn't take too much pressure. I took and stuck this 2x4 underneath here, so I had somebody hold it so that when I dropped this metal down into this gap right here, I was able to then take and pull it this way and actually roll and bend. See, it's kind of a gradual. It's not a how do you say it, a sharp bend here. I thought about scoring it with a grinding wheel, but then I would have had to weld it back again, and I really didn't want to do that. So for fear that it would actually kind of weaken that up a little bit. I don't think I would have, but it's just more work. This worked out pretty good. So anyway, one more thing to do. I guess, like I said, a couple more things to do. I got to do some. I got to cut these off got to cut all these off, and I think I want to take and a hammer and peen all those down so the nuts don't come loose. I didn't buy lock washers. I could get lock washers, I guess, and put in there, but really didn't see a reason, because I'll probably just take and peen these, cut these off, and then peen them down good with a ball peen hammer, with something, either cement or metal on the other side to prevent it from bouncing around. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's the plan anyway. Why do I want to make ramps? Well, I'm going to get this, yeah, that's another project. I'm going to get this toolbox out of the way. That's another project too, because I want to take it with me really bad, because that's where I put my gasoline in when I go four-wheeling. And why do I want these sides? Well, a little more security for my four-wheelers. I'll put two side by side right in this area, and then the Ranger will get put over the axles right here. And I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure out something for my toolbox. I don't think it'll fit side by side with my Ranger. I might just go ahead and put my toolbox right up front on this part right here, but that might be kind of a pain in the butt because of the weight of it. And this is a tilt bed trailer, and I need to have that pointing down when I load my Ranger. Otherwise somebody's going to have to stand on that, and I'm not heavy enough. My wife's not heavy enough. Obviously she's pretty light. I could maybe counteract that, but yeah. So yeah, I got kind of a conundrum here with that. Last year I mounted the toolbox on the side of this, and I had enough room to get another ATV up on the side. Another thought was to actually run my Ranger up here sideways and leave the toolbox here, and then run my two ATVs lengthways here. That's another thought. So we'll see what happens here. I always like to kind of plan these things out before I head on a long trip. So anyway, this video is getting kind of long and boring, so here we go. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.